Hello and welcome to this video. So in this video we'll be going through strings and formatted strings. So in Python it's also called f strings. So let's get started. So first of all let me clear this up. Okay. Alright. So we will just declare a simple variable as course equals Python for beginners. Alright. So this is a simple variable which have a string called Python for beginners. Simply I would print the string called course and print it is Python for beginners. So at the same time, if you want to obtain the first character of the string, that is P in the string, so you have to just put a square bracket and type 0. Alright, so that means it will just give you the output as the first string. So it is uppercase P. If you want to just get the character right from the end, you have to type -1. It is lowercase s. So alright, so there's one cool operation over here. That means if I press 2 with a colon, then the output will be like starting from the index 2, that means t, up to the last. Alright, so there's no limit. So there I have not put any end point over here. That means the stop, like there's a concept in Python that's called start, stop and step. Alright, so this is like if I would just giving like the starting value, that means 2 with colon, and there is nothing after it, that means starting from t to s. So you can see the output over here. So excluding p and y, that is tho and thon for beginners. So if I would just give an endpoint over here, that means you can say a stop point. So let's say at stop at 8. That means the 8th index is from, actually in this string the spaces will be also counted as an index value. So that should be, so you should be more careful over here if this is a question asked in an online interview. So this spaces is also counted as index value. All right, so this is 0 1 2 and 3 4 5, I'm sorry, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. All right, so 8. So this 8 I'm sorry, so 8 is like the index position for O, so O will be excluded, and so starting from T to F, the output will be like thon and F. Alright, so make sure that you shouldn't be like going wrong with these spaces. Now these spaces are also index values. Alright, so I would just say that starting from index 1, alright, to index I'd say 14, okay, and stepping by 2. Alright, so if I would just run it, I can see that it is Y, H, N, uppercase F and R, then uppercase B and then G. So let me just explain over here. Alright, so how this output, like how this came as the output. So starting from 1, that means it is Y, so there is a Y, to 14. So I think this was 9, then 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. So this is the endpoint. That means it will be excluded, so their operations is up to this G only. Alright, so starting from 1, that means Y, which is included, stepping by 2, so excluding T, there is H. All right, excluding O there is N, excluding this space there is uppercase F, excluding O there is lowercase r, excluding this space again there is B, and excluding this there is G, and there is nothing ahead of it because we have declared that 14 is the endpoint. That means I is the endpoint which is excluded. All right. Okay, so there's one more thing in strings. So if I would just say that uh, x say equals, I would say within single quote John car. All right. Okay, let me just declare like John car, and I will say print x. Okay, all right. So I will say John car. So it's like sounds quite there's a grammatical mistake over here. So I will just go over here and put an apostrophe and write s. So now it sounds good, but wait, there's an error over here, like there's an underline in red line. So it's saying that end of statement expected. Okay, so now what happened over here, like we declared a string as John car which was inside single quote, but eventually what I did, like I just like added one character lowercase s after this single quote. So it's saying that this started from here but ended over here. Now this is unresolved string. All right, so to fix this problem we have to use double quotes. Now I'll just show you how to use it. Like double quotes John's, you can use it John's car. So that means within double quotes this single quote and s is also a string. If I will just print it, you can see John's car. All right, so this was all about string. So next thing we will be discussing is called formatted strings, or they're called f strings in Python. Formatted strings or f strings. All right, now these are quite a way of representation in Python. Okay, all right, so we can use formatted strings in various situations, like I would say first name equals John, or you can say okay John is fine, last name equals Smith. All right, and we want to just print an output as we can say that John Smith is a coder. So we want the output in the following format as I have written over here. So what can we do? Like we can say that message equals, all right, first name plus, within single quote we can use square braces and say that last name is a coder. All right, so if I would run this, let us just see. Okay, so okay, all right, I forgot to print the message, sorry, my mistake. We can see that John Smith is a coder. Actually this would be fine here. John Smith is a coder. Okay, all right, there's a space in between. So John Smith is a coder. So like without not following this kind of representation that I just did over here, we can use something called formatted strings or f strings that is available from onwards, Python 3.6 onwards. All right. So if you're using like older Python version, like that is from Python 3.5, so f strings are not available there. So let me just show you the way f strings are represented. All right, I would say message. Okay, say print. No, okay, so f strings are like double quote preceded by f. Okay, all right, or you can also say that f then double quote. All right, so now it's say John. Okay, so in order to just get the first name in f string, the representation is double quotes preceded by f. So inside double quote we'll be giving two open and closing curly braces, and then we'll be writing the first name. Fine, and we'll be giving two square braces, and over here we'll be giving last name and is a coder. So you can see that apart from, so you can compare these two kinds of representation. I would say let me, it's MSG, and I would just let me uncomment this line. So you can visualize these two representation. So this is without formatted strings, the first message, and this is using formatted strings. Now formatted strings, or you can say f strings, looks quite cleaner, so it looks quite beautiful and simple. If I would just run this message over here, let's say msg, it's in just let me run it. We want that this output will be just displayed. So you can say John Smith is a coder. All right, so this was all about the way of representation and use of f strings, so how we can use f strings in Python. And this was all about this video. So if you like this video, hit the like button, and thank you for watching. See you in the next video.